Funky Web was named after the record store that I went to in LA. So I grew up in LA, and it was called Funky Town. Funky Town DJ, the in-house DJ, was a guy named Caesar. I didn't know Caesar from anybody, but I came in there the first time. I was 13 years old, and I was like, a record store with a DJ, that just felt right. That felt right to me. Come in there, and I start buying a few records. I think I bought like 10 records, and I saw a flyer, and it said 24-hour turntable rental, call Dom Unique. And it was like, literally the phone number said 2 to the 1 to the 3 to the 5 to the 5 to the 5 to the... And I was like, oh, that's my man right there, Dom. Right? Somebody here is gonna go do that on their business card now, watch. So I called Dom, delivers these turntables. Now I grew up and lived in a motel, so we didn't have a place for these turntables. My uncle had a garage. And in the garage, we just pull out the car and like, now we got a place to spin. So we brought the turntables in, and I had them for 24 hours. For 24 hours, I tried to teach myself how to spin. I bought these records, I come back in, I was like, Caesar, man, like, dude, I think I can spin now. He's like, all right, kid, let me see what's up. I come up to the decks, right? Pop them on, I get my one record here, one record here. What I had done was labeled this record 120 beats per minute, label this one 124 beats per minute. I get the pitches all kind of right, set up. I put one on, and I go, this one's playing, and then I cut over, like kind of on beat, and he was like, oh my God, dude, that's so bad. And I was like, yo, but that was like mixing, right? He was like, that's called a train wreck. You are a train wreck. Ta 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 to the song is a train wreck, right? You know what it feels like, because you're like in the groove, and then you're like, right? You know what it feels like. You know what it feels like. That's what happened. So Caesar took me under the wing a little bit. He was like, first of all, the records you bought are shit, because they'll go out in about 2 months. You just blew 40 bucks. And a record back then, right, was like a $10 piece of vinyl was pretty much you bought it for one song. And there's a B-side. And this is an important leadership lesson, by the way. I want to hit the B-side for a sec. Little tangent. The B-side, my favorite B-side. You guys know what a B-side is? No. Okay. When you buy a record, you buy it for the A-side. There's a label, side A, side B. On the A-side is the best song, and that's why you bought it. There was a record. It was Gangstar. Mass Appeal was the song I wanted. On the B side was Dwick. Anybody know Dwick? Ooh, look up Dwick, because it was Gangstar with Nice and Smooth. And when I heard Dwick, I was like, I just got 2 songs for $10, right? Because I bought one song for 10, now I got 2 songs for 10. That little thing clicked in me. I was like, what's on the B-sides? Could I get B-sides to be hot? And here's how I used to do it. So imagine I got my decks over here. You put one thing on the platter, and you would basically take the needle and pop, 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 skip through. Because you could see the grooves. On the record, you could see the grooves, and you see what the chorus was in the grooves. All this stuff is gone now, right? It's crazy. Like, I don't know, they fast forward or something, but da, 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 and like that, you start training an ear on how good is this song. And so you could pick pieces of the song. What people don't know is hip-hop started because we think break beats, right? Like break dancers. It started because people took break beats in other kinds of songs, and they just looped the break. And then they started rhyming over the break. That's actually how hip-hop got started. That's how break dancers came about, because they danced on the break. So what you start to do is you start to pick up the sound. You pick up the ear. You go, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, great. If you can start picking up albums that have even a good break, you can use that when you spin. That's the B-side. So one thing to know as leaders is look for the B-side in life. That's the undervalued piece. Most of us look for the high value. And that looks like this. What's the name of the school you went to? What's the name of the company you work for? What's the title you got? What did I say when I came in here? These are my titles. It doesn't mean shit. That's my A side. I want you to hear the B side, because that's the track that's hot.